straight ahead on this week's Golf America.
It's a fun golf course, and it's a strategy course. It's something that you'll play different probably each time you play it. It takes a little time to get used to, but nevertheless, it's an amazing golf course.
We're heading out to the western slope of Colorado as we pay a visit to one of the top public courses in the U.S. Plus, we'll head to a place high in the Rockies where the residents and visitors alike defy ordinary. And in our tip of the week, PGA professional Sean Bowling offers up a great and simple tip on chipping.
That's the most important thing about a chip shot.
Golf America, a weekly look at the courses you play and the game we love, is brought to you by Antigua, always well played, and by CyberLinksGolf.com, the home of golf course videos.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the program. Well, this week we're heading out to the western slope of Colorado and our course of the week. But first, we want to pay a visit to America's favorite ski destination, Aspen. As you know, Aspen began as a small mining town back in 1863. And like any small town in America that relied on one industry, Aspen saw both good and bad times. Then, in the 1950s, Aspen's luck was about to change. And since then, Aspen has certainly defied ordinary. Aspen, Colorado. It's long been considered a playground high in the Rockies for the rich and famous. Located on the western slope, Aspen sits at an altitude of 8,000 feet, and it's about 11 miles west of the Continental Divide. Founded as a mining camp during the Colorado silver boom back in the 1880s, it received its name because of the abundance of aspen trees in the area. But the good times for Aspen ended with the collapse of the silver market in 1893. Soon after that, the city entered what many people called the quiet period. The population of Aspen steadily declined, and by 1930, less than 1,000 people lived there. By the mid-20th century, Aspen transposed itself from a rundown mining town to a booming ski resort. When longtime executive of the Chicago-based Container Corporation of America, Walter Pepke, founded the Aspen Institute and the Aspen Skiing Company in the early 1950s. Both helped to transform the town of Aspen, Colorado into an international resort destination and popularize the sport of skiing here in the U.S. By the late 20th century, the city was once again booming as it became a popular retreat for celebrities. It would not be unheard of seeing journalist Hunter S. Thompson working out of a downtown hotel, or John Denver, who lived in Aspen and wrote 2 songs about the town. Well, today, musicians, movie stars, and corporate executives coexist in one of the most expensive places to live in the U.S. And while Aspen today might be out of reach for most middle-class families, the city still prides itself as a real community with real families, schools, churches, and having plenty of green space for picnics. It also remains a popular tourist destination, with outdoor recreation in the surrounding White River National Forest, serving as a summertime complement to the 4 ski areas in and around Aspen. And about an hour or so away from Aspen is our course of the week. It is the latest facility in the growing portfolio of Warrior Golf Assets, a golf management group that has courses in California, North and South Carolina, Texas, Tennessee, Florida, and of course now in Colorado. Designed by Jim Ng, our course of the week has consistently been ranked as one of the top 100 public courses in the U.S. Colorado, the Centennial State. Colorado has more than 1,000 Rocky Mountain peaks over 10,000 feet high, and 54 towering above 14,000 feet. Breathtaking scenery and world-class skiing make Colorado a prime tourist destination. And just a mere 60 minutes from Aspen is one of the top daily fee golf courses you can play anywhere in the U.S. Along the foothills of the high desert in western Colorado, golf course designer Jim Ng was able to carve out a gem of a layout. a golf course that has been consistently ranked in the top 100 public courses, Lakota Canyon Ranch. Starting from your first tee shot at hole number 1, onto your final putt on hole number 18, Jim Ing takes the golfer on a journey filled with incredible vistas and very challenging golf holes, with the front 9 playing up through the canyons above Newcastle.
Which makes it really nice because it's kind of like each hole is its own. You know, everything is separate from the next.
And 8 of those 9 holes feature elevated tee boxes.
A lot of undulation, a lot of bowl shape around the greens.
And while the front 9 is certainly tighter than the back, Jim Ing created fairways that are bowl-shaped, allowing the golfer to be off target somewhat on this side and still end up in the short grass. And then as you make your turn, you begin to notice how the back 9 opens up as you make your way down through the Valley 9.
Instead of that U or kind of V look to all the fairways, now you have more of a flatter look. And it's a little bit tougher, especially once you get on your way back and you get all the way out through 13, and then 14 brings you back towards us. 14 through 18 are typically into the wind.
And while the emphasis is certainly placed on hitting accurate tee shots here at Lakota Canyon Ranch, golf course designer Jim Ing also created putting surfaces with plenty of movement. And throughout this layout, you'll notice his signature bunker designs as well. Lakota Canyon Ranch offers 4 sets of tees that range from 7,111 yards from the back black tees down to 4,744 from the forward red tees.
You know, for everybody that's, you know, from somewhere close to sea level, you're getting 10% or an extra golf club up here. So 7,100 from the tips doesn't quite play or feel like it plays that long.
Lakota Canyon Ranch in Newcastle. You'll certainly marvel at the views as you play one of the top public courses not only in Colorado, but really just about anywhere in the U.S.
It is, and year in and year out, you know, our accolades prove that in Golf Digest and Golf Week. We'll always be a top course in the state, you know, one of the best 2 or 3 on the western slope, and a top 100 in the country.
There's much more to come here on Golf America as we take you out to the front 9 at our course of the week, Lakota Canyon Ranch in Newcastle, Colorado, and show you this terrific par 4. We're heading out to the front 9 at our course of the week, the Warrior Golf Asset-owned Lakota Canyon Ranch in Newcastle, Colorado. And we're going to take a look at hole number 8. Now, this is not only a challenging par 4, but like so many holes out at Lakota Canyon Ranch, it offers incredible views of the surrounding mountain ranges.
Number 8's definitely the scenic hole when people come here for the first time. We encourage them to make the 67 stair hike up to the back box.
From here, you are treated to some incredible views of the mountains to the south and the surrounding hills to the north. And if you happen to be playing from the back tees, you'll be hitting from one of the highest points on the course. And it is another one of those holes out here at Lakota Canyon Ranch where course designer Jim Ing places the emphasis on hitting to the correct spot in the fairway and avoiding these 3 very penalizing bunkers.
They're definitely bunkers you want to stay out of.
End up in one and you'll most likely add another stroke on the scorecard.
Where they're set doesn't allow you to get enough distance to get to the green coming out of them.
Now, on your approach into the green here at number 8, Jim Ing placed a greenside bunker to the front side, mounding to the left along with some bailout area, and to the right, a little bit of bailout, but not much.
And the green is very forgiving since it runs, from back to front. The play, is deep to get the ball to come back.
Hole number 8 here at Lakota Canyon Ranch in Newcastle, Colorado. A relatively short par 4 on this Jim Ing design that will challenge each and every player off the tee as well as your approach into the green.
It's a very good par 4. It makes you aim a little bit more than just trying to bomb one off the tee.
You always want your hands forward in this shot right here.
And just ahead here on Golf America, PGA professional Sean Bowling offers up a great and simple tip on chipping in our Tip of the Week. Plus, we'll show you why there's much more to Lakota Canyon Ranch than just golf, including its close proximity to 2 of the best small towns in America.
My name's Sean Bowling. I'm the head golf professional here at Lakota Canyon, and I'll be giving you a pro tip today. What we're going to do is simple chipping today. What you always want to do is be aware of the situation, how far away the pin is, how close the pin is, what we call short-sided. Today I'm going to be doing about a little 30-yard pitch, so right in the middle there. You always want to bring 3 wedges with you when you approach the green. You want to kind of understand the situation that's in front of you. If you have a short shot, you want to use your lob wedge, depending on the situation. If you have a long shot, you want to use a club with less loft on it. Today for this 30-foot shot, I'm going to be using my sand wedge today. Alright, so here we are. I have about a 30-foot chip shot here. I've chosen my sand wedge. What we're going to do is go over the stance. As you can see, the ball is always placed off of the back of your foot here. Feet you always want open. It's okay to stand a little like that, do the way the Pels wants it, but I always like foot pointed at it, front foot flared open. Open stance, which creates an open hip angle. Now when we set the club down, you want to point it at your target, hands forward. There's your setup right there. Last thing you always want to think of is accelerate through. And as a quick recap, you'll want to remember, ball off the back foot, front foot flared open, so that sets your hips open. Club face pointed at the target, hands in front of the ball, and always accelerate through. You do those things and you'll hit good chip shots out there.
Here at Lakota Canyon Ranch, few would argue that the centerpiece of this high desert mountain enclave in western Colorado is the 18 impeccable holes of Jim Ing designed golf. Yet for those who truly enjoy the outdoors and everything the Colorado lifestyle has to offer, there are few places in the Centennial State like Lakota Canyon Ranch. In and around this community, you'll find an endless amount of hiking trails. Or you can pedal your way through the canyons around Newcastle. Homes within Lakota Canyon Ranch seem to fit in perfectly with the natural surroundings. At the community center, you'll find several pools. Inside is a grill and restaurant that offers a warm and inviting atmosphere, a complete fitness and workout center, yoga room, and a game room. Not only is Lakota Canyon Ranch only an hour away from Aspen, it is less than 10 minutes away from one of the best small towns in America, Glenwood Springs.
You can do anything in Glenwood to the fullest. I mean, the Colorado River and the Roaring Fork River offers some of the best fishing in the state. The rafting, hiking, biking, the trails are endless up here. ATV and hunting is a huge part of this area.
Glenwood Springs is known for its medicinal hot sulfur springs, rich in history and scenic beauty, drawing tourists from around the world. Just 10 minutes up the road lies another gem of a small town, Carbondale. Now it's nestled in between the Roaring Fork and Crystal Rivers. Once known as the potato capital of the world, Carbondale is quickly garnering a reputation of becoming another great small American town. Its offering of high-end restaurants and art galleries is unsurpassed for its size.
Carbondale today is a thriving community because of our culture and arts. And you can also see it's a great lifestyle community in terms of the outdoors.
Lakota Canyon Ranch and the surrounding areas here on the western slope in Colorado, where one can certainly enjoy an active lifestyle to its fullest.
The hole bends slightly to the right. It bends enough so that you can't see the green from the tee box.
Thus, most players will opt to play out to the left center of the fairway.
That allows you to have, that straight shot into the green, but it's a lot longer shot over there. There's not a ton of undulation on this hole. It's just a two good shot hole.
To shorten up the hole and give yourself a better look into the green here at number 16, the optimum place to be off the tee is up the right-hand side.
You can take it, aggressively down the right side. You're going to have, 100, 110 in.
The green here at Lakota Canyon Ranch's 16th sits at an angle with a long, thin, and very deep Jim Ing bunker to the front and mounding to the backhand side. Thus, going long is the preferred shot as opposed to coming up short.
And most times it releases back to the green, so going long here usually is the better play.
And when Golf America returns, we'll take one final look at our course of the week, Lakota Canyon Ranch in Newcastle, Colorado. Stay with us. Our final look at our course of the week, the Warrior Golf Asset-owned Lakota Canyon Ranch, takes us out to hole number 18. Now here, Jim Ing did a great job of creating a true risk-reward par 5 that will allow you to pick up a stroke or two on your playing partners if you can pull off two great shots. As you stand on the tee box on the 18th here at Lakota Canyon Ranch, you are faced with several options. Do you go for the green in 2, or do you play it as a 3-shot par 5?
For most people, it's a tee shot. It's a shot over the next fairway and a shot back to the green, so almost a zigzag hole.
Now for those players going for it in 2, you'll need to get as close to the end of this fairway as possible on your tee shot.
There's a spot up on our deck at the clubhouse that you aim for. It is a blind shot, but if you get there, it could definitely be birdie or even an eagle hole.
And for those playing 18 as a 3-shot par 5, your second shot needs to carry this ravine, and you'll also need to get some distance on the shot as well.
Makes it real tough to hit, carry second shots when you've got a downhill lie and you're going over a ravine, and it's got the only out of bounds on the entire golf course, behind the second fairway. So it's pretty intimidating, and it gives most people some fits.
As is the case with just about every hole out here at Lakota Canyon, it's better to be long on your approach shots into the greens than short, especially here at 18.
He's always going to bring you back to the pin if you're long. And really, I think the intent there was to watch that ball move. A lot of golf courses, you hit a shot, it moves a little bit, or it sits dead. Here, there's a lot of action going on after your shot, and that's thanks to the way the golf course has been designed.
The final hole on the Jim Ing designed Lakota Canyon Ranch, a perfect finishing hole on one of the better courses you can play in Colorado.
A lot of people, for the scenic, value of it, want to come back because it's a fun golf course and it's a strategy course. It's something that you'll play different probably each time you play it. It takes a little time to get used to, but nevertheless, it's an amazing golf course.
The Jim Ing designed Lakota Canyon Ranch in Newcastle, Colorado. Not only one of the better courses you can play on the western slope or the entire Centennial State, but truly a top 100 public course in the U.S. And it's owned and operated by Warrior Golf Assets. I'm Alan Hunter. For all of us here at Golf America, hit 'em long and straight, and we'll see you next time.
Golf America, a weekly look at the courses you play and the game we love, has been brought to you by Antigua, always well played, and by CyberLinksGolf.com, the home of golf course videos.